brother Tucker is the smartest person I know. Is this on? Okay. My brother Tucker is the smartest person that I know. I can remember him sitting on the kitchen floor, building computers and just doing things that are way out of my league. I have no idea how he does it. But he has one problem. He does not test well. It seems like every time you try and quantify that brilliance, every time you try and measure it, he just can't follow through. And I think that's something we can all sympathize with. We all have that one passion, that one talent that really drives us and pushes us forward. But it seems like there are other factors holding us back, whether it's test scores or grading systems. And what HGA really wants to do is we want to change that. We want to provide students the resources they need to make the difference and to demonstrate their brilliance in their way. My name is Jackson Brewer.
I'm Ashley Foxworth.
I'm Emma Laney.
I'm Jacob Lane.
And we are the Hazel Green Academy Revitalization Project. The Hazel Green Academy Revitalization Project has 3 key pillars. Our first one is community engagement. We want to bring Wolfe County and we want to help promote community engagement, whether that is in STEM activities, programs like Music on the Green, or any number of opportunities. We want to get Wolfe County active and get them active in education and in their community. We also have educational outreach. This is the primary part of this presentation, where we are focusing on our peer tutoring initiatives and standardized testing, as well as partnerships with STEM programs to bring these opportunities to Wolfe County students. And finally, campus restoration. We are home based on the historic Hazel Green Academy, which was formerly one of the first schools in the region and was really a center for education in Appalachia. And we want to bring that legacy back. We want to create a space for students in Wolfe County and Hazel Green in particular to learn and continue growing for decades to come. However, Wolfe County is a unique place. They have unique challenges, and that requires a unique solution. For instance, it's a very mountainous region. It's very difficult for students to go places on their own because of that geography. I mean, it's difficult to bike to a public library when it's 30 minutes away on mountain roads, and that's a barrier to students learning and contributing. So our first thing is we're bringing it to them in Hazel Green. However, 44.4% of households in Wolfe County do not have household internet as of 2018. And with our increasingly digital world, that is a huge problem for students to access resources they need and really learn to the best of their ability and to the best of their needs. And it's also very low income. This is a region where people do their best and they work hard, but there isn't a lot, and households are trying to worry about making sure there's consistent food on the table, that their students have clothes, that they're able to move forward.
As we know, each student learns differently. Students often struggle to find a learning style that makes sense to them and works in their head. This is vital for students to be able to grow and achieve the goals they have of becoming an astronaut or finding the cure for cancer or whatever their dream may be. It's vital. Our work with Wolfe County Schools allows for us to provide educational resources and enrichment opportunities to encourage students to seek out these resources without judgment, but with instead support. We have social media, website, and connections with local businesses and local churches to help us promote these resources that we are presenting. On our social media, we post constant posts about our products and our services, including Music on the Green and our educational outreach initiative. On our website, which I will show to you in a second, we have, or I'll go ahead and show it to you. This is our homepage for our website. So if you scroll down on our website and click the Educational Resources tab, it will take you to our Educational Resources page where students can clearly see our mission and our times and etc. for our services. If you click on this link, it can connect the student with a specific study partner so that they will be able to access the resources that they need. If you click on this link, it sends students to a page where they can fill out a form to be helped with standardized testing. And then this link connects them to a PDF version of the resources that we will be using during our standardized testing help sessions. If you keep scrolling down, there is a tutoring inquiries page, so if students, parents, or teachers have questions about our services or when they can access our services, they can do so there as well. In addition to that, we also have services in the promotion opportunities in the local businesses and the local churches like the Hazel Green Christian Church. So they post flyers around town as well as by word of mouth promote our services. So speaking of our services, we have peer tutoring that is held at Wolf County High School and the Hazel Green Academy campus, and we have planned to start those in February since our pilot program this fall. We also have standardized testing help, which again will happen on the Hazel Green Academy campus starting in February.
However, I want to know this is already a launched program. We piloted it. We piloted these services in October, and we've seen a lot of interest. I mean, I personally have 4 students who I still text to this day asking about help with coding, physics, mathematics, and it's having an impact. I mean, I can see it every day. I mean, these students they're not just 2Ds. They're also my friends. I mean, it's having an impact. We have projected attendance figures, and we would like to open the Hazel Green Academy campus in February. However, we also have some key advantages over our competitors. Number one, we have filed for 501c3 nonprofit status in August, and we are waiting to hear back from the IRS about that, which will allow us to have a lighter tax burden and serve our community by working with them, rather than charging expenses which are already challenged for small households. And we also are focusing on our partnerships.
We currently have these main key partners. So to kind of emphasize this, these are people organizations that we are currently working with that have been able to provide us with locations, with financial and in-kind donations, and even have given us volunteers. So here's our current income stream. So we have 3 main sources. We get income from grants, from donations, and our Green and Gold membership. So our Green and Gold membership is essentially our personal close confidants, many of which are Hazel Green Academy graduates, who kind of give us personal help with the project. So currently we spend $5,000 for our we get $5,000 from our grant from Wolf County Board of Tourism. This is an actual grant that we have. We also get donations. So we have a main donation for internet at Hazel Green campus from MRTC, and our Green and Gold partners have also given us around $300 for their help. For our expenses, we've been able to actually manage our expenses in a way that's been able to keep us financially responsible. We've given $5,000 for our community outreach. We've given other form of funds for our campus restoration and our educational outreach, which those two have been much lower because we've been able to keep it at like a low overhead.
So this is just about moving forward and what our next steps are. So we have 3 partnerships that we're really focusing on, and one of these you've already heard about. So one of our main partners is the Craft Academy Coalition FCC Robotics team, and HJ is all about bringing educational opportunity to the Wolf County area. And we thought, what better way to do this than to bring some kind of fun STEM enrichment program to the school? So our partnership with them, we're very happy with. They'll be coming to the campus in January, so that's starting super soon. And along with that, our partnership with MSU Teach is starting next semester as well. I am personally in the Moorhead Education program, and our team thought, well, you know, there's only 4 of us, and we need a lot more helping hands in our projects. So we're hoping that these future educators will come out and volunteer with us, and they should be starting that in February. And our goals for next year, our main goal is to get the Hazel Green Academy open for tutoring. We've already been to Wolfe County schools. We've started our pilot program. We'll be going back in February, but we're also going to be opening this up in February as well. That way we have 2 different locations. And then, as we said, grow our partnerships. We're very excited that we have the 3 that we have, and we're going to be expanding on those. And then, okay, if you guys want to, you can follow us on social media and just keep up with what we're doing. We would love to stay in contact with you guys, and that QR code leads to our website if you want to take a deeper look into that. But thank you all for listening.
So do you all have a physical space that you reside in, or what's that like? Is it donated, or is it an expense, or?
We have two physical spaces actually. They're both donated. We work with Wolfe County High School to have our services inside the actual school to reach students at the school and provide those services after school. However, we also have the Hazel Green Academy, which has been generously provided to us by the Hazel Green Christian Church, and we use that as a space as well.
So the Hazel Green Christian Church actually owns the Hazel Green Academy campus, and they generously provide us to use the space as that we use it for restoration and Music on the Green events to help promote connectivity and community engagement in the community.
So what do you mean by campus restoration? Is this like historic building preservation, or like what are we talking about?
This is actually historic building preservation. The Hazel Green Academy campus was founded in 1883 and was one of the first formal schools in Appalachia. And it's a great space. It's in really good condition. It just needs a little bit of love, and we're trying to repurpose the space into something that can provide for future generations and really be a beacon for education.
And if you want to see like pictures of the campus, we actually have a galleries page on our website. So if you go onto our website, one of the tabs at the very top will be gallery, and you can click on that and you can look at different pictures of the campus itself.
Could any of your like events or tutoring offerings be paid for, or could those be revenue streams, or is the idea to just offer those services for free?
At the moment, we're looking at reaching Wolfe County students for free. However, as far as revenue streams go, we have Music on the Green, which helps generate revenue for our services, especially campus restoration. And we also could potentially bring these services once we have them dialed in Wolfe County to other counties where it could be a paid service.
And then one more, you mentioned like broadband connectivity. Is there something that you have a model around that you're working on to like address that, or?
So at the moment, the plan is accessibility. One of the biggest issues is public service is very hard to get to for students, which is why we're trying to launch the Hazel Green campus, because it is much closer to students who live in Hazel Green, whereas it would be a 30-minute bike ride and a fairly long drive. So for students whose parents are working and trying to bring in an income, it's very difficult to get to.
So this physical place is where you're offering connectivity to folks that don't have it.
That
Yes.
and in addition to the Wolfe County High School.
Okay, cool.
Nice job. Your presentation, the colors, everything looks great. You all look terrific presenting and are spreading the specialization across the team. I appreciate seeing that. I know you shared a chart showing the increase in demand for tutoring. That's clearly one of your leading metrics, if you will. But what are some other measurable indicators of your work that you'd like to see over time to show you and to show others that the revitalization is serving an outcome that you believe is important?
Well, one thing that we can see as a very direct impact is increasing standardized testing scores in Wolfe County. That's one of the things that we want to target with our tutoring. And if Wolfe County's average scores trend upward over time, we can see that our services are working. And we can also use survey data from students that if they feel like the services are reaching them or helping them, because it's not just about the actual quantitative data. It's about giving students the confidence they need to move forward. I mean, you are all entrepreneurs. You know that it's about confidence. It's not just about having the right test score. It's not just about, it's having that will to move forward and keep working.
Thank you.
And currently, Jacob has been leading our needs assessment for the community, so we're currently working on that. And then once we get our program off the ground and actually provide these tutoring services, we will be doing that needs assessment again to see how it has changed.
Because on top of the tutoring services, we have other buildings, like our Ford building, for example, and we're sending out a needs assessment to working it with Hazel Green Christian Church to try to even branch out from there, because we understand that there's needs and stuff in Wolf County that are going to be even just beyond it, because there is a need for tutoring, but there's also maybe even like health services and stuff like that. And I had like a mentor who was helping me out with that, because he had mentioned like, well, you had like Oneida Baptist and stuff like that. These like having someone come in and really using that needs assessment first to figure out what is going on. So we're going to be.
So do you see the campus then being basically a community center for holistic supports, particularly for young people, to put them on a path to success?
That's absolutely the idea. I mean, we have this incredible space, and it's been a hallmark for many Hazel Green Academy graduates. I mean, every time we talk to one, they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you're reusing this," because it really is a fantastic place, and we want to support the community as best we can.
Incredible. So a couple of quick thoughts. Any thoughts about partnership with other similarly placed academies like the Hindman Settlement School, which focuses on dyslexia and reading? Partnership possibly there to support reading proficiency with the experts at Hindman, also an independent effort. And then my other thought was for revenue generation, is the campus a place where you might host or allow folks to host retreats, writing conferences, that sort of thing, that people will pay money to come to Wolf County and be in a remote place and enjoy a weekend, and it becomes a revenue generation then for the community organization?
So if I could just speak on that last part, that is something that we are kind of doing right now with our community engagement outreach or initiative. So with that, we have a thing we call Music on the Green, and it's like our baby. It's a little music festival that we have on Thursday nights. So we had 3 in the fall, and we're going to have 5 this spring. And so, with that, we're just trying to bring awareness to our project, and that does help us bring in some revenue. And that's kind of how we got a lot of our green and gold partners, was through this music festival. So.
I look forward to attending sometime.
Yes.
Thank you all.
And then as far as the first part, could you repeat those so I can write them down? We had not thought about that, but that's a fantastic idea I would love to implement.
Yeah, Hindman Settlement School came to mind for me. And then there's also the, because of the dyslexia work that they do. And then there's a writers conference, I believe, that the settlement school hosts. Silas House is someone who supports that writers conference, or I know has in the past. So ideas like that, those were the 2 in my mind.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
we always love to hear ideas. So.
Y'all did a great job. Looks like you put a lot of work and effort into this, and I can see, the tutor and the needs of people that need just a little extra help is building confidence in them. That's going to change the trajectory of their whole life. So you all are planting seeds for future leaders and people that you don't even realize the extent, of that. I'm kind of curious to know what criteria you all are going to have for people to be able to tutor. I'm assuming you all are going to tutor, but as this grows and expands, are you going to have a certain criteria that people who want to help you all tutor, that they have to be able to achieve to qualify to help others?
So specifically, right now, we are looking at Craft Academy students who have excelled in those specific areas. On the website, the peer tutoring form that students can fill out, they can pick what section they need help with, and then the students that have excelled in those areas, who have passed classes that have allowed for them to be certified peer tutors at Craft Academy itself, we will be using them to also tutor the kids in Wolf County. So.
To add to that, with the MSU Teach program, we have a lot of students that, want to focus on a specific area. Right now, I'm in I've taken classes like teaching elementary school, and I loved that. I'm working with middle school right now. Don't like that so much, but something like this just opens up so many opportunities for education majors, and you get a lot of field experience with this. So with the MSU Teach program getting involved with us, I'm very, very excited for that, because you get people who are passionate about, maybe a particular age group, and they get to work with those kids. So.
And my last question is, what do you all feel is your biggest challenge? Like, what's the biggest roadblock you all are facing at this moment to get to your goal?
The biggest challenge that I can think of off the top of my head has probably been just actually getting our names out there. So, as we showed, we have a lot of partners, and that was not easy to come by. So reaching out to those people and actually getting them invested in our project like we are was very difficult, and it took a lot of tedious document work and a lot of tedious reaching out and stuff like that. So it was very difficult to do that, but it's been one of the biggest most amazing, impactful parts of our project. So
I'm just going to add one more thing into that. The more you all can get out in the community and network with different businesses and chambers and rotaries and different civic organizations, the more they get familiar with you and the more they're willing to participate and help support as well.
I would say it's amazing and impressive, and congratulations on what you've done so far, and I hope you can double and triple everything you've done and make even more difference. Very quickly, I would say I agree with what Bridget and Darlene said. Bridget was talking, I think, about measures and also about events, and I would totally agree about measures. I think measurements are, it's not, it's useful for you, so you guys know you put a lot of effort into this project, you put a lot of effort into that, a lot of effort into this. Is it working? Mm-hmm. Did you get more students tutored? If you got them tutored, do you have any idea whether the tutoring helped? I mean, it doesn't have to be extensive measurements, and you can't possibly measure everything you do. So sit back and think, what really matters to us, or what really matters to the community, or where are we spending the most of our time, or where are we spending the most money? And then decide which of these areas do we want to bother to measure, because measuring takes time and it takes trouble and it takes analysis, so that's work too. It adds to your workload, but it can save you a lot of work later if you're wasting a lot of time on something that's not working, or you can fix something and make it much more effective. Also, you can prove to people for those things that do work, that you do want to continue, you can prove to them that this was effective and that their money is worth it. You gave us $10,000 last year, and look what we did with it. There are 500 students that improved in this way, and so the funder immediately says, oh my gosh, if I give you 20,000, we can affect 1,000 students. So I'm going to shut up and pass the microphone on.
To kind of add on that, just for your knowledge, for our grant with Wolf County Tourism, we have actually had to do an analysis of all of the different counties that have attended our Music on the Green project and give that to Wolf County Tourism to increase the tourism. So we have done the analysis for Music on the Green, but since this is such a new project for us, we haven't had the chance to really work into that analysis part yet. So.
Nice job. Just a couple quick things. One is how do you reach the students that need the help? I mean, how are you identifying them? How are they getting referred to you? And then the only other thing I was going to say is someone had mentioned having additional tutors beside yourself. I think about it along the lines of longevity of the program, that you're bringing people along behind you that can carry it forward.
Yeah, with the longevity part of it, alumni of the Hazel Green Academy, like we've said, they've exhibited so much interest in our project and in helping us throughout the years. And in addition to that, even alumni of Craft Academy itself have been super helpful and impactful in our project as a whole. So utilizing them and then utilizing students that we have that are in craft currently from Wolfe County have also been able to help us a lot in reaching students and making sure that we have those tutors and connections. So.
And then also from a personal perspective, I've done a lot of work with both the their Wolfe County's FTC team as well as the tutoring itself. And what I found is that students come to me. Their friend says, I had this really great experience. This guy helped me, and they want to come to me. I'm sure Emma and Jacob and Ashley have all had similar experiences. So it really is a positive system, I think.
And to add on that, we're kind of hoping we're more their age and we're not necessarily their teachers. They may see us more as a friend, and we're hoping to develop more of a presence in Wolfe County. So if they see us around and we get personal connections with them, we hope to reach them. Mm-hmm.
We also hope that the tutoring services themselves are more effective because of that age group difference, where you have older tutors, may not connect as well with that student there. So whenever we have younger tutors that are same age and kind of in the same situation, it can better connect, and I think it's more effective for active peer tutoring than compared to having a higher tutor.
That's an awesome job, guys. I want to encourage you to dream big with this place. I want you to think about. Is that my time? Am I out? Can I finish this 5-minute thought? What? Here's what I want you to think about. When you look at the SOAR blueprint, we used to always say the first goal was broadband, and the other 6 are about what are we going to do with it. So when you think about the future of Wolfe County in a digital economy, in a reality where a student that there's right now, through online training, education, could never leave Wolfe County and get master's degrees and get employed in remote work. And when you think about what an academy would look like that poured into that reality of this, not just marginal, not tutoring and helping people get trained to get out of there, but that was connected with a partner like Teleworks USA, remote work opportunities, a hub there where students could work, doing skill sets in the digital economy, coding, graphic design, all the things that are going to matter anywhere they land, but are absolutely valuable there to put them into potential and also employment opportunities, but also start businesses from there, right, in the digital economy. And so we've talked lots of times to other existing schools, Hindman Settlement School. It is nearly impossible for an existing school to completely say, we're just going to do something totally different. You don't have a blank canvas to do something that's never been done in a rural community. And so that's just been a vision, a dream we've kind of had in the back of our head for a while, and you all are sitting right there with the potential to do it. So that would just be my encouragement. Think big about this. It could be a catalyst for transformation of what's possible in a rural community when you connect with broadband connectivity. So good job. I'm excited for you all. If you need any help, holler.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And if you all have any other questions, we can talk to you after the fact too, so if you have any more. So thank you guys so much.